and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A moment of silence. Can you be seated? Everyone received a copy of last night's meeting minutes, any additions and or corrections? Then I will make a motion to accept the meeting minutes as presented. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Received treasurer's reports for January, February, and March. Did anyone have any questions in regards to the treasurer's report? Then I will make a motion to accept the treasurer's report for January, February, and March. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Monthly bills, we were presented with 23 vouchers. Did anyone have any questions on the vouchers?
I just had the question on that key fob, or on the fob, but Wayne explained it to me. I didn't realize it was a monthly fee for the fobs.
All right, then I will make a motion to pay vouchers 1 through 23, totaling $29,756.08. Do I have a second?
Second.
Actually, I didn't need a second, but then roll call, sorry.
Ed,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Randy,
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Get on the roll. Okay. Communications, so we have a few things this month. We have the Central Region Fire District Association. The next meeting is Monday, April 24th, in person at Lakeside. Dinner is at 6:30, meeting at 7. If anyone is interested in attending, I believe there is a sign-up sheet attached. We received a letter from Onondaga County Water Association advising us that they have serviced 13,505 hydrants during 2022. And we'll continue to review them. And they are offering an on-site training if anyone is interested. So I will hand it over to Tony. If you can.
I already have a copy.
Ready?
Thank you.
Have another one.
Thank you.
This one I totally don't understand, so somebody else might have to help me with this, but it's a letter from Verizon. Please be advised that the following sites no longer meet the federal reporting thresholds for the Emergency Planning Community Right to Know Act. The facility has less than 500 pounds of sulfuric acid in the batteries, and as a result is no longer EPCRA reportable.
That would be they have those little buildings all over the place that they have switching gear in.
Probably the one on Elizabeth.
I don't know where they are, I'm not
It
familiar
says-
with the ones here.
2885 Route 31. I don't know what that would be, so don't even know what pertains to us.
It's gotta be,
2885?
Oh,
it's gotta be up going towards Belgium. Thank
is it
Tower.
It is.
Yeah.
It's across from
Maybe
here.
it says Baldwinsville cell site.
Yes.
Yeah,
there's one at the top of the
Aspen
hill.
Springs.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Booster door, there's a tank.
I really don't know what we're supposed to do with this other than they're just informing us.
For the entire night.
The question is what if they,
It doesn't sound like they were gonna do anything. And lastly, we received a letter, to whom it may concern. My name is Ann Morell. We lost our son Joey last year to an accidental overdose. We have opened a nonprofit with a mission to raise funds in support of research to aid in ending addiction crisis. I am enclosing our story and our upcoming event in the hopes that someone from your station would like to help support our cause. We realize you witnessed many people who suffer from addiction and that you saved countless lives from overdoses. We also understand that you feel the pain and losses we have. Our website is joeywish.org. Our Instagram is. Please share our story and make our cause known. And there is a fundraiser on April 15th from 1 to 5 at the Mattydale VFW 2000 Lemoyne Ave, Syracuse, so we could always post this in the station. And that is all for communication. Administration, I don't have anything to report. Financial, AUD update, I believe that I had my last conversation with the state comptroller yesterday. She had a couple of adjustments to do after the information that we went over, but she said we were within a few dollars and it had passed all edits, so she was going to hopefully send me an email, although I didn't see one today, letting us know when it was complete, and once we have that, then it will open up 2022 so we can start the process all over again for the 2022 numbers. I am looking into hiring out to do this AUD after spending hours and hours on the phone with them. I think it's something that needs to be done in a more professional manner, because I don't want to spend hours and hours on the phone with them again. Quite frankly.
Fill out as we go during the year?
No, it's all at the end of
It's
the
all
year.
at the end.
So basically, the state comptroller sends us an email giving us access to the site, gives us a password and a user ID, and it changes yearly. Then we can go in and we can upload all of our information into their site. Again, I think it's something that we need to hire out for, like I said, after having gone through this, finding out that what they ask for and how we report it in our QuickBooks apparently are not the same. So when you input it into the state site, you have to input it differently, and I think it's causing a lot of confusion, and which is why we didn't input things correctly in the past. I just think it would be more beneficial if we hire out, and I'm working with our accountant and getting a price from him, and I have another one that I'm asking for just to get a comparable. Once I have that, I will bring it back to the board.
I know Ben & Company does that, and I know probably Pinsky's
Yes,
wife probably does
that's
that.
what I'm waiting on.
And typically what that'll do for you is they will tell you, or tell Megan, do this, 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 and this, and so when it comes time for the audit, it's all right there, and it's much easier to flow.
Yeah. So I'm working on that aspect, and once I said I have a pricing, I will get back with everybody. But that's all I have for financial. So, truck maintenance, Chief Ryan.
Yeah, I have a few things. I sent an email to the commissioners, Engine 21, which is our newest piece. That's the Pierce. That is the last unit that is not undercoated. I'd like permission to get that done. The approximate figure was right around the $1,500 to $1,700 mark. It's right in line where it needs to be. It was not part of the bid or contract, whatever, when we bought the truck, purchased the truck. So I'd like to get that done. That's a 7-year process. We won't have to talk about it for 7 years. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing, I had to take one of the Tahoes over to United Radio. I had a complete radio failure, including the MDT. It ended up being something, it wasn't a Chevy dealer thing, and they had to just rewire I don't know the term, but long story short, it's fixed. I don't have a dollar amount.
Was this Belzac's car?
Yes. That is the exclamation point to everything. The Chevy side is correct. Now the radio side, and we should not be talking about this again.
That's, I think that's.
We paid it, it was 700. I'll tell you, I don't wanna guess. But go
I don't
ahead.
know, are you sure that's the same?
No, I don't, but, oh, no, that's.
That's for the squad.
Squad,
Yes.
right, that's for the
Megan,
squad.
because you probably haven't got a bill yet.
Right.
It's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But
it's in there.
the truck was, Jeff was out of town and the truck was completely useless to him. So I sent it over and I told him to squeeze it in.
Oh.
That's the only two maintenance things that I have right
It was
now.
192.
192.
It was voucher 23. It was in there.
Under maintenance, that's it. I have a squad report, but on a different my chief report.
Who does the undercoating?
Premier Fire Apparatus. They've done all of our chief's cars except for the Tahoe, or no, the Tahoe was done, I'm sorry. The Tahoe, the new squad, and the new maintenance vehicle are all done. So physically, that is the last one I'll be coming to you for 7 years.
Then I'll make a motion to have the Pierce undercoated at a cost of $1,700. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
you.
Carried. Buildings and grounds, Jeff.
Yeah, I got, trying to put this sign project to rest. I got the quote for the 2 signs at Station 1 and 4, changing to LED. It was $962, it was brought up at the workshop. Now I'm thinking about it, I hope it's still a good quote. We'll find out. If it's different, I'll also, we never did the sign at Station 2, the lighted sign. That one, I'm probably gonna have to ask them to redo that, it's just too old.
Yeah, because I think that we were like
Well, I
debating
did-
if we did this, then we would do that one. If we
Well, I
didn't.
did get a price for electronic one, we don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Go for it. It was $25,719. Actually more than that, I'm sorry. It was actually
That's cheap.
$27,196.
The price.
Yeah.
You can't
no.
justify that.
But I'd like to at least get the LED thing done, and then I will call them, if it doesn't change, I have to get that done. And I will call them on the sign and see if that price is still good. This is back in November.
Well, I will make a motion to purchase the LED bulbs. It's just the bulbs, right?
I think he has to change it out,
Okay,
it's not, it's something different.
okay.
It's probably got ballast in it, they have to take the ballast out.
Yeah,
It's
they
going
take
to
the
LED.
valves out.
Put an LED driver in it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little more common than I looked into it to try to do it myself.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion to approve changing Station 1 and Station 4 over to LED. And I'll just do a cost of $1,000. That way it'll give you a little bit of a cushion.
Okay.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Carried.
I'll have the price for that.
Anything else? Wayne?
Just had a few items. Station 1 and 2 want more rugs, to the tune of $600. Station 2 needs a couple wet floor signs. And they're also requesting a duster with an extension pole for cleaning fans. And then they're also requesting a mechanic's tool set for Station 2, which, if I can make a suggestion on that one. First off, they have a tool chest in the mechanical room that is filled with tools. Wrenches, sockets, pliers, screwdrivers, you name it, they're in there. Now, they might not have ratchets or something like that, but they have a lot of tools. Jeff and I can go through and figure out what they need, and supplement it with the tools kits that were taken off of the trucks several months ago when they opted to buy new ones for the trucks, rather than spend another $110 on a tool kit. That would be my recommendation.
What was,
Go ahead.
what was their explanation when they asked for it?
I can help if you don't mind.
Well, I just want to.
They do, maintenance stuff around the station a little bit, they do maintenance stuff on miscellaneous things. I will make a comment, they're asking for $110 set of tools. If you go buy 3 ratchets and a set of pliers, you're spending $110. There is Wayne is accurate, there is a tool chest in there, the toolbox is in there, there is some miscellaneous.
No, I'm just
stuff.
curious as to why they want this if they have all the other tools.
What I don't want them to do is take the tool chest off the engines to do that
Right.
miscellaneous stuff. So,
So you're saying we have tools
there is stuff, there is
in
stuff.
stores that we could,
I would like them to be specific on what they're needing. I hate to sit around a meeting second guessing what people want.
Right.
Saying
That's
yes or
what I'm
no,
saying there.
unless we know we have more information.
if we've got them in stores, and
They're not in stores, they're already at the station in the toolbox.
No.
So we're gonna pay
Wayne and Jeff
him.
are saying they have extra sets in
Yeah, that's
stores.
I'd say I misread, I apologize for that.
I mean,
So
you
maybe
know,
what we do is,
yeah.
if you got stuff in stores that you can supplement,
Right.
and then if there's something specific they need, like, that's not, a hacksaw or whatever.
Right, because I agree, you don't want to take that stuff off the truck,
I
because then
misread what he said. I
it's going to, they're
Comes
gonna
off
be
the
taking
truck,
something
it's
that's
not
not
gonna
gonna
be
go back, and then we're gonna need it
Fair
to
enough.
see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just, good point, but make sure that, I mean, they might have a valid point as they need something and they don't have it.
I mean, like I said, they literally have tons of wrenches and sockets, and like I said, we could see if there's things that are missing that they need, and we can supplement it with what we have. If they're looking for a specific plier or something like that, but again, there's all an assortment of pliers and vice grips and screwdrivers and.
To Tony's point, I would see what you got in stores, and if they have a list of stuff they want, and we're better off just getting that set by the set.
Not for nothing, we pay a guy, what, $16, $18 an hour to sort through everything. You just gotta wait it all out, that's all I'm suggesting, that's all. Look at the big picture, that's all.
Okay.
What rubs? What do they look, just regular entranceway rubs?
Well, Station 1 wants them for in front of the gear racks, and I believe that's what Station 2 wants as well.
So these would be purchase rugs, not a laundry service.
Right.
So what do we have there present, just the concrete floor?
Just bare. Station 2 is just bare. Station 1 has it along the first set of racks, and now they want to go to the second set of racks.
Makes sense. You're taking their boots off and going into their gear, they don't want to be stepping on cinders and crap on the ground or falling, so.
So if I'm hearing you guys, you want to approve the rugs, the floor signs, and the duster?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
I,
Opposed? Do you have anything else?
Do you want me to bring up the freezer thing, or?
Do that under new business since it's from the department.
Other than that, no.
Security and computers, I don't really have any huge update, but I will say, and I don't really know how to present this out, people need to stop touching stuff. And I don't know how else to say it other than that. We've had to call Spectrum out at least twice in the past 2 months for Station 2 because somebody keeps touching stuff. They're messing around with the routers and they keep resetting the router, which then interrupts the internet service. So then they call saying, there's no cable. Stop touching stuff.
Okay.
And I don't know how else to say it other than stop touching stuff. It's not the first time it's happened at this station, it's happened at other stations. At one point, service was interrupted and the guys came out and they're like, well, it's because the router that's here is supposed to be at station 2 and somehow they got swapped. People need to just stop touching stuff. If something isn't working, contact us. We will get it fixed, but, and I'm sure that they're doing it with the best of intentions, but stop touching stuff.
On computers, how did we, Tony, were we redoing a computer for?
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, you got it. It
It's
came
up
in.
there.
It's all good? You're good?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of setting it up, but yes.
Okay.
They transferred the stuff tonight. I got into it tonight, so we're thank you very much.
I gave him the secret password.
Thank God. Yeah, I said something last night, and he's like, well, I know what it is. I'm like, well, how do you know what it is? And he goes, because he asked me what it should be. I'm like, oh, okay.
To back up on the security, there's still an issue with the Doyle system at Station 4. It's not updating. It won't take a manual update. I've contacted Doyle and they can't figure out what the problem is. They're researching it. They're trying to figure out what the permanent solution is going to be. But currently, that station, it's not communicating, so any updates that we do with keys, it's not going to change. Sean Martin's complaining because he can't get into his room because it's not updating, and until they fix it, I mean, it's an ongoing issue. Station 2 they fixed. Basically, it was when the power went out last month, the batteries died and the system didn't like it. So they replaced the batteries. Jeff replaced the last one that they didn't replace. But Station 4 is an ongoing problem. Hopefully.
Is that a carry system? That's
Yes.
a carry system? In my past life, we had to update, something to do with the, so we were having some very similar issue to that. And it ended up being the server or something, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it wouldn't take any of the updates. We ended up having to get a new computer for it, or a new server for it.
John, we're going on 2 months. And he's not wrong, whether it's Sean or myself or anybody else over there. We're going on 2 months that we're paying for this security company to help us out, and they've not been very good, to be frank with you. I would hope or ask you guys to push a little harder if you can. I'm not saying Wayne's not doing what he's supposed to do, but it's not just Sean complaining. They can't get into their stuff. And if it was over here, or over there, or anywhere else, we'd have this emotion as well. Please help us out on that if you can. Push a little harder, something. Or find an alternative. It's 2 months.
Well, Sean's the only one that should be having an issue. Everybody else I was able to get fixed. I mean, as far as the server, I mean, they've come out, they've restarted it, they called into Carrie and had their...
Is it Sean's key by chance?
No. The system won't allow me to update it. I tried doing a manual update and it says that it's offline. It's something with their system at that station. So I don't know if there's a problem with the control box or if it's a problem with the system communicating with each other. I think it's a control box, but the whole station, it won't communicate with the whole station. So
That might have been what it was. It might have been the control box, not the server. I don't remember exactly, but I know it was an issue. We farted around with it for a long time, and we ended up having to change something, and that solved the problem. It might have been the control box. It was some part of the carry system that was not
Right.
updating.
Well, Doyle should be able to figure it out.
Yeah, thank you.
They should be able to troubleshoot.
But I'm thinking, you know,
If we're paying them,
I mean, they keep sending the same guy out and he keeps saying, well, I keep calling the help desk because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Well,
I says, well, can we send somebody else out?
yeah, I mean, that's probably what we're gonna have to do, is just tell him, listen, we appreciate it, but you gotta give us somebody different, because he just doesn't.
Obviously, he doesn't know what's wrong.
Right.
You know,
Call him up
But-
and get an appointment.
No, I think we should reach out to, and I don't remember his name off the top of my head.
Dan.
Manager, yeah, is it Dan?
I contacted him and all he does is he turns it back over to the service department. I says, this isn't doing me any justice.
Maybe I'll call him.
You want? Call him.
He's in trouble now.
I'll tell him to
I
stop
mean, there's other
touching
vendors, right? I mean, there's other vendors
Yeah.
that service the carry
Yeah.
system. Glad, there's 4 or 5 vendors
If
that.
they were
do the
not
carry
willing
system.
to make this a, I don't wanna say.
I mean, every time we have an
they
issue,
can't
it
fix
takes
it.
them 2 to 3 weeks to even come out and look at it. And sometimes it's a simple thing, but other times like this, I mean, it's been the same ongoing issue.
Yeah, that's not acceptable.
I'm not disagreeing.
I'll get him. Good thing I'm home tomorrow for work. I have time to make phone calls.
Good, I'll give you my list.
Not doing the audit.
No, I'm not. Frees up a whole hour of my day. Okay, so safety?
I got nothing.
You'll get an
Sean?
emailed report, yeah, you'll get an emailed report in depth when they do their inspection, yep.
Then chief's comments.
Yes, I have a handful of stuff. I'll start with the stuff that I did not. I gave you a packet, we'll go through that together. But I received some mail from First Due Services that do our ladder testing and hose testing. We do that, it's budgeted. Can I get that scheduled?
Yeah.
Okay, is that all right? Get it scheduled? We'll have Chief Balzak take care of that. All right. I have an RTP request for some training for 2 of my members. I have the RTPs. It's $158 for each firefighter. There's 2 RTPs. I'd like you to consider that. Take that out of the training budget, if you will. I normally would present it last time, but we didn't have the work session, so.
I'm noticing.
No problem, no problem at all. That's why I filled it out. So as he's passing it around, if you look on the packet, you'll get into the packet, the very front page. I have on there a Zoll AED. I'd like to purchase 1 AED to put into Chief Balzak's car. That'll give 4 AED to each chief. I looked up rough numbers on these, and it was approximately $1,700. I have a question, and I should know this sitting on the board, but do you want me to get the quotes for these 3 quotes and get it to you? Or do you have Wayne get the 3 quotes for the $1,700 AED? The reason why, I'll just be a little bit more specific. We had a chief arrive that needed an AED and he didn't have one. Period. I'll just leave it at that with the details. I'd like to make this happen. It's kind of a priority to me. I'd ask you to take it out of the EMS budget, but if not, I'm willing to take it out of my budget. But again, I looked up this afternoon, it was right around $1,700 on the internet. I only got the one visual price. Tell me if you want me to get the 3 or if you want to have Wayne get the 3. But this one will match the other 3 that we have.
I was just
Well,
gonna
that's what I was gonna say,
just
the
gonna
goal
ask
is
you
what we
that.
have for all of them, right?
And honestly, I don't know that answer. I don't know what you have in the trucks.
Usually
They're all Zoll.
Yeah.
It said, I pulled it out of my car today and it said Zoll AED Plus, and that's what this is what this, again, rough number, $1,700. If you wanna get 3 quotes and do it the next meeting, I'm fine with that, but I'd like to get that done.
Is that the only vehicle that doesn't have one?
The only chief's vehicle, to be honest with you, I don't know if every truck has an AED now or
Yes,
not.
they do.
I mean, I would hope, I would, that would be my
Well,
recommendation.
once, it hit me in the face at a recent call recently, to be bold-faced honest with you. There was some resistance in the past about every vehicle having them. I'm coming to you and asking you not, I need to make this happen. So however you want me to do it or have Wayne do it, but I'd like to get that done.
We did have one time an inventory of what vehicles carried the AED.
I think Wayne actually has it, don't you?
Every vehicle has one, except for just the one chief's vehicle.
They're the first ones there, I would say, yes.
Well, you said one chief's vehicle, why do we need
Sounds silly.
3?
No, I don't. I have 3 already, and 1 in each car, but I'm short 1.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
When you say we have them on every piece, ladder and engine, right, not squads?
Squad has,
Squads,
They
yeah,
gotta
they
have
run out of squads.
squads, trucks and engine,
Yeah, they're-
rescue.
Okay, so then, if my math is right, we got rid of squad 1 and brought squad 4 down to be squad 1. Wouldn't that give us an extra one?
No, it was moved to another vehicle.
Oh, okay. Darn, I was trying.
You tried.
All the AEDs were repurposed to a new vehicle.
All right, oh, I tried.
So do you want me to get the quotes, or are you gonna have Wayne do that?
You're only gonna have one vendor that's gonna
I
sell you
was
the
gonna say, is Zoll's the only
Just trying
one,
to do
right?
very
Yeah, and we should keep them all
You
the
should keep them
same.
the same, so, yeah. I'll make a motion to look at it.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you, I wasn't expecting that, thank you. Okay, the next part in your packet is the lineups for qualifications. I emailed you the revisions. If you don't wanna act on these tonight, this is the most updated thing. Didn't know if there's any questions. We don't have to act on this, we could do that at the next meeting.
I would make a motion to move this to the workshop.
I have no problem with that. But this is the most updated revision.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of include this with the other stuff that we're,
No problem at all. No problem. All right, so then next in your packet is for the new squad. The new squad update is the slide out tray is in, the cover's in, computer's in. If you look at the pictures, this is kind of, if you look at the the first and the second pictures, all that stuff can set in there and it's secure. And we don't need to spend virtually any money to secure that stuff. If you look at the third picture, that stuff is gotta be secured to the slide out tray. So what I've asked Wayne to do is we got at least 2 air packs, maybe 3, that I gotta have secured. I'm gonna have them secured to the slide out tray. We're gonna take a look at what brackets we have, because that tray, for those of you who are not aware, is what they call 100% slide out. So we've got 100% use of the tray. Minimum cost to have things secured. Between that piece of the puzzle and getting the Climavate component installed, the truck is done. I don't have numbers yet for the minimum mounting because it's all based on what we have in stores first. But I should be able to safely, with the exception of the air packs, get the truck in service in the next couple of days. I'll get the number, once Wayne gets me the brackets, and then the component for the climb event, I'll come back with a number, but I'll be able to put the truck in service before that happens. Matter of fact, within a day or 2, we could have it in service and rolling.
What squad is this gonna be?
That one right there, squad 1,
Squad 1.
that's the new one. I actually, instead of trying to filter everything, this email directly come from the captain of the station. Both the company officers are on board, as well as the foreman. Some basic stuff. Again, I had already handled some of this, but the biggest question was, about mounting on the back. So can't give you that number yet because I don't know exactly what we have. I can't think of anything else, but what I'll try to do is compile a list. That way I'm not coming to you every single month. I'm doing the best I can, but a lot of the stuff is repurposed. There's no equipment that I need to buy that I know. I don't need axes, Halgans, I don't need you to buy that or any of that stuff. That's all comes off the old one. So that's where I'm at for the squad. Do you have any questions for me on that truck?
I don't on the truck or the squad, but this is just a general statement, I guess, maybe, that I wanna do. So after this, or going through this, and this isn't the first time that we've kind of had to play this Monday morning quarterback, I want to sit down, whether it's with you or somebody else of your choice in the chief's office, and make more or less a checklist to say, when we buy a new vehicle, we are going to have to account for
Fair
blah,
enough.
blah, 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 blah,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah. Because we go, oh, we get this vehicle,
Yep.
and then we go, oh, but afterwards we gotta do this, 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 and this to it. So I'd like to have something
I understand.
set up, and I'm gonna do the same thing when we sell a vehicle, to go through and say, okay, when we sell a vehicle, we need to make sure we remove Northwest Fire District from it, we remove climate event monitors, we remove whatever.
You know, lesson
Just-
learned, Becky.
Yeah, it's just to go forward to make it easier for
When,
us.
like, when I shouldn't say when we ordered the squad, it was a North Syracuse spec, and it was tough, lesson learned on the, and honestly, engine 21 as well. When we don't spec it from the top to the bottom, we miss things. And that's what we've done with engine 11, we've done that with engine 21, and now it's done with the squad, and I'm doing it with my chief's car.
Yeah,
So,
I just-
so lesson learned, you're
Something that we
right.
should have something in place to, like,
Totally.
hey, let's just really quickly go through our checklist to
Yep.
make sure that we,
Totally agree on that, okay? One more, or two more things to discuss. I'm sorry, any questions on the squad for me? It's out there, take a good look. The next in the packet is, if you go, there's an estimate in there, okay? The estimate in there is for the Tahoe. I did not order the Tahoe with the true spotlight, because with the new Tahoes, that true spotlight that goes on the B-post, the spotlight handle is so long, it's only 3 inches off the steering wheel. So if you're sitting in the steering wheel, your hand's within 3 inches of, so I did not like that, so I did not order it. I talked to a couple different sales and did some research, and I found a spotlight by Whalen. It's called I don't know how to say this word, ARGES spotlight. I don't know how to say that word, but what it is it basically attaches to the front fender, and it's an LED spotlight, and it's controlled within down where the center console is. It's about $150-ish more than the true spotlight that you'd order from the factory. But this is a Whalen product. Believe it or not, it's got a 7-year warranty on the product itself. And then I also put in there, I had asked for an LED front dome light when I'm sitting doing my reports and work that all the other Chiefs cars has. Lesson learned, that truck that I ordered was a piggyback off of somebody else's. And it wasn't, again, lesson learned, wasn't, so, but again, just for clarification, when we ordered this, there was things that I did not do yet because we weren't ready for that. This was part of that, and then the rear console is not ready yet. I didn't do that. But the total amount for that is $1,756. I'm still under what we originally budgeted for my chief's car, or your chief's car, I apologize. Was wondering if you consider that. This is with the same vendor that's doing the upfit currently. Was wondering if you would consider that. I filled out an RTP, and that's there. You could vote on that so I can get it ordered.
what's the RTP number?
They're not, I just took it off, it's a blank one, I don't have a number on
Oh,
there.
so it's not, okay.
as you're passing that around, there's a letter I sent you. We don't have to act on it, I just want you to read on it, and then we can talk about it in an executive session, because it's a personnel matter. But this is, just put it in your file to talk about it in an executive session at the workshop. Any questions for me?
I'd make the motion that we purchase the spotlight. I mean, I think that's,
Appreciate that.
my only thing is, I don't know, we need to get them to change the address so we don't get bills going someplace.
It might be my form is old, I don't know, I just used the one that I had
Oh,
attached to the
okay, all
computer.
right.
No, it's their quote.
Oh,
We gotta
They're-
update
Yeah, they
that.
got the address.
Oh,
on it.
good,
I just
okay.
don't want the bill going someplace and getting lost.
Fair
and,
enough,
You know, being an issue.
fair enough.
There a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Alright, looks like there are no nominations, resignation. Do you have Casey's yet?
We haven't had a meeting yet.
Oh, okay, sorry, get ahead of myself. Or updates to membership. Old business, so I did just want to mention, that we did close on the sale of the pickup. We got a top bid of $8,700, and we closed on the sale of, the auction sale of the old Squad 1 and got $25,700 for that vehicle.
Great. Told you. The squad is gone, the pickup, I don't think they paid for that yet.
They have not.
So they have up to 10 days before, if they don't pay for it within 10 days, then it comes back to us.
Maybe we can reach out to the next highest bidder and say, hey, are you still interested?
I don't know if they give us that option. I can't remember what happened the last time.
Just
somebody
another
paid for
department
it.
or individual?
Individual.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't tell us who it is until they pay for it, then I think their name's on
It
it.
doesn't matter, I was just curious.
Maybe they decided that 8,000 was too much for it.
Really wanted it. No, I did not.
Any other old business? All right, new business, I will just very quickly defer to Wayne so I don't forget. 'Cause it's not on the agenda.
The freezer that's in the room over here, the small stainless steel one, has been acting up, although it's not acting up currently. You said it doesn't seem like there's any issues with it, but the department is looking to replace it. And it's an item that isn't on the list of standardized appliances that the district is going to pay for, or at least give a certain dollar amount to. And so I'm just bringing it up and see what the board has to offer or not offer for the freezer. Currently, the prices range from $1,700 to $2,000 to replace it. But again, right now, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with it.
I came in the firehouse the other day and it sounded like there was rocks rolling around in there. It was.
Have we had anybody look at it?
Yes.
Or we just,
Well, no, because I just found out about it.
Yeah.
I was gone.
I mean, right
I get
now,
it, but I
it's
mean,
cold and it's
just
down
because-
temperature.
it's making noises, and we had anybody come in and look at it to see if it needs to be replaced.
The problem was they had it full, it was overloaded, and it wasn't ventilating, it wasn't, so it was iced up. I plugged it in today because I just heard about it yesterday. I plugged it in today, it seems to be working fine.
I wonder if it was the fan, you know, if the condenser ices up and the fan was hitting the.
That's realistic, because I'm telling you, it was loud.
This is
I
not
was the one who called John Pearl and said, hey,
This is
man.
not the first time they've had it done this. This is
I would
the second
suggest to them that they go back to a refrigeration person and have them come in and look at it not having our local engineers look at it.
Well, I can have them look at it, I just found out about it
Yeah,
last night.
I'm not blaming you, I'm just saying, you know, bring this stuff up, and we don't know.
Is it empty right now?
Yes.
I mean, it was packed full. I mean, there was a lot of stuff
Probably
there
would've did,
from
probably
the
did.
last auxiliary dinner, and there were rolls and pizzas, and it was packed full. But you could certainly have a refrigeration guy come in and look at it, but I honestly think it was iced up.
Run it for a few days and see what happens.
But I wanted to bring it up and see,
Well, they're doing the refrigerator at Station 4 on Thursday, I can see if they can swing by here
Those are mics.
and look at it.
And we can, with 100% certainty say it's completely fine and what we didn't.
Right.
Okay. Okay, discussion on the future of the Northwest Fire District.
Okay, one thing, I'd like to start talking more forcefully about where we are and where we're going, and maybe set aside time at our workshop just to discuss things, but I'm gonna pass out a few things. I think Becky, you've already had a copy of this, but I was going through my files the other day, and I found in that a report that Tony Amalfitano did in 2013 or 14, when we were just thinking about becoming a joint fire district. And there's some good stuff in there. He put together a 5, 10, and 15-year plan. Surprisingly, some of them are kind of on the mark. I'm not even gonna read them tonight, but I'm thinking of asking you to read them over, discuss them at the workshop. There's also, I found a letter that I sent to the board when I was district chief about where we are and where we're going. I thought I did a pretty good job, but anyway, I'd like you to look those over and give us points for discussion at the workshop. But set aside a night or a portion of that meeting where we can discuss what's going on with us and where we're headed and if we're headed in the right direction. Surprisingly, that 15-year plan that Tony put together, looking way back, a lot of the things, as you will see in there were other factors, other departments that supposedly were going to merge with us and never did, but some key points. So you'll find some stuff in there that's on other departments or some things that we have done, haven't done. So that's all. I'd just like to make that part of our monthly workshop, that we look out for stuff like that.
Sorry, I just need to backtrack a minute because Tony brought up about sending the 2 individuals for training, and we didn't make a decision on it.
Do you know if this is a train the trainer type of thing they're going to?
Honestly, I don't believe it is.
I would say that both classes are online, so probably not more.
Okay.
But both, I will say, both of those firefighters, officers are very involved with this Thursday training.
I mean, it's well within the training budget. It's a total of $300, $316. To each take the 2 classes.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
Tony, if they need to, because it's online, if they need to payment online, get with Megan so
Will
she
do,
can
thank you.
do credit card
Yep.
with them. That was the only thing under old or new business. Did anybody else have anything for new business? Okay, station usage, station 1, April 16th for the chicken barbecue, and April 18th for a county auxiliary meeting. And then station 4, July 22nd for a party, and July 29th for the Lysander community picnic. And then comments from the public.
I just have one quick thing. If you don't really know, so yesterday, 1 year ago today, was my infamous incident when my car caught on fire on Route 690 South. So it's living proof that 1 year later, I was able to survive. So thank you very much to the district and the firefighters who stepped up and took care of it. I'm living proof. We never thought that I ever would need help from you guys, but I wanted to bring that up because last year was the 1 year anniversary of the incident, so.
Well, thank you, and we're glad that you're good, that you're okay. Then we need to go into executive session for a personnel matter. There will not be a decision. So I'm going to adjourn the regular meeting at 7:51 and make a motion to go into executive session.
Second.